Authenticity has never been this important in the music industry. The crowd loves artists that write their own songs, use their own voice, looking at you, J-Lo, and those who are relatable always gonna get more attention than those who sing about money, power, and stuff like that. So what does this have to do with Lisa? Well, let's get into that. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex and I make videos about pop culture. But before we can talk about Lisa, we need to talk about Blackpink. YG, a well-known record label, wanted to create a K-pop group that would appeal to both Korean and worldwide markets. But how could they find the right members? This already highlights the key difference between K-pop and Western music markets. While Western artists rarely aim for mass appeal nowadays, K-pop groups still pursue the biggest stages and the largest audience. Unlike K-pop artists who gotta develop and improve extensively before debuting, Western girls like Sabrina Carpenter, Chaperone, Ice Spice, Latto, and even people like Charlie XCX grew up and evolved right in front of our eyes. The difference shapes how we see artists and significantly impacts their longevity. The key factor here is authenticity. The four members of Blackpink, Jisoo, sorry for butchering that pronunciation, Lisa, Jennie, and Rose. Hey, it's editing me. I realized I've been pronouncing Rose wrong the whole time. Sorry for that. Underwent years of rigorous training before they were even permitted to debut. Here we already have to ask the question of authenticity. All of these girls auditioned for a K-pop girl group without a lot of artistic freedom. The songs were produced by major producers, choreos done by professionals, and the lyrics weren't written by themselves either. And auditions like that still happen today, though the focus has switched quite a bit. They now lay a lot more significance towards diverse talent and uniqueness to scout out talent, which definitely allows more authentic and natural growth compared to groups like 2NE1 or boy groups like BTS. We have rarely ever seen the Blackpink girls at their early stages of their career as they are recruited as trainees to create this perfect superstar. That is personally the biggest issue I've always had with this marketing strategy. But as time passes, they have proven to be basically money machines and all started embarking their solo career. Nowadays, all the girls but Jisoo are part of the mainstream music industry. Rose with APD, Lisa has been doing his solo stuff since 2021, and Jennie was solo in 2018. And recently, she dropped Extra Large featuring Doechii and Mantra. Jisoo, on the other hand, has had some pretty big success. But since she just doesn't have that much music out as the others, she just isn't as prominent in mainstream media. What surprises me is that Rose kind of popped out of nowhere with APT and then rose, at the time of writing, to top 24 artists with the most monthly listeners. Blackpink had their commercial success in 2016 with their debut singles Boombayah and Whistle. These two songs boomed them to the top really quickly, making them one of the biggest K-pop groups to date. They have achieved this huge success through their intensive training, great performance, and very thought-through management. Through mass appeal with mixing genres such as hip-hop, EDM, and traditional K-pop. Since they debuted, they have released countless singles, 2 full studio albums, and 1 live album, after their world tour lasted longer than a year. A lot of fans have speculated their disbandment, but it seems like they all just wanted to focus on their solo career, and they definitely deserve a hiatus as a group after that really intensive world tour. But now back to Lisa. Her now first solo album, Alter Ego, dropped a few days ago and I felt like I needed to talk about it. First thing that came into my mind when seeing her promoting her alter egos for the album was this.
Hi, I'm Bunny.
Hi, my name is AJ.
Yo, I'm Beatrix. What's up? Hello everyone, my name is Ophelia.
I was really hyped about this release, to be honest. I found the approach with the alter egos to be incredibly interesting, and the album's promotional material showcased some truly attention-grabbing and unique sounds that piqued my curiosity. Having been a fan of her latest singles for some time now, I had quite high expectation for what was to come. However, when the complete album finally dropped, I experienced a wave of disappointment that I wasn't prepared for. The main issue was that those said alter egos don't go deeper than surface level. we've been provided with remarkably sparse information about these different personas she was supposed to embody, and more importantly, their distinctive musical characteristics were nowhere to be found in the actual tracks. These alter egos barely sound prominent or distinguishable in the album at all, and that has been my primary issue with the whole concept. The most interesting songs on the album are Born Again and Rockstar. Fuck Up the World also had an interesting approach, but it failed to win me over since there wasn't really anything special besides the Future part, though even his part felt out of place. But what has even been more of a letdown was the realization that she doesn't contribute to writing her songs at all. Not even partially. This complete lack of creative input feels majorly disappointing in an era where artistic authenticity is increasingly valued. See Chappell Roan, Tyler the Creator, or Charlie XCX. It's worth noting that, in contrast, the only Blackpink member who has managed to secure writing credits on her music thus far has been Rose, which makes this creative absence all the more noticeable. I can't help but remember that Genius interview where Lisa was simply reciting the lyrics for New Woman without any insight into the creative process, because there wasn't any for her to share.
Purple indigo, pain has come and gone again. Walk through the fire, I rediscover.
This disconnect between the artist and the art itself makes the whole alter ego concept feel even more manufactured and superficial than I initially thought. Looking at these idols from a mile or two away reveals them as nostalgic throwbacks to the entertainment industry practices of the 80s and 90s, and even creeping into the 2000s. During these decades, many of the biggest celebrities in music functioned primarily as the face of the music while rarely contributing to the creative process behind the songs, or, in some cases, not even providing the actual vocal performance. And yes, I'm looking at you again, J-Lo. To be fair, I should acknowledge that the majority of the artists did indeed perform their own vocals on recordings. However, some actually possessed extraordinary vocal talents that justified their position in the spotlight, with legendary performers like Whitney Houston serving as the perfect example of genuine vocal powers backing up commercial success. So what's the conclusion? The album isn't bad from a theoretical perspective. If we judge it solely on the music, on the sound, I wouldn't even find it half bad. However, her team specifically reached for more than they could hold. It didn't feel fully thought out, only half-baked, which doesn't align with how she's been managed over the past few years. Regardless, the album is doing numbers, and I can't wait for the day she starts writing her own music. So, tell me down in the comments how you've been enjoying Lisa's new album, and if you're able to find the mentioned alter egos. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.